this load is not actually late, but it kind of is. It was supposed to be delivered on Wednesday, but instead I'm delivered on Friday. This is one crazy week of trucking for me. It's probably one of my worst weeks of trucking ever. And the fact that I am a little bit under the weather, hence to why I am breathing a little harder, because it is a little harder to breathe. While I got sick about 2 weeks ago, the cough still hasn't left, even though I feel fine. So even sometimes I'm coughing and sometimes I have heavy breathing. Not sure why, but whenever I do get sick, it could take up 2 months for me. Sometimes, occasionally, for the cough to go away, it could take a couple months. Now, there are no sick days in trucking. If you have a sick day in trucking, you comment down and let me know how you got that sick day, because usually in trucking, there ain't no sick days. But what I would like to say is how this week, a local trucker, me, actually slept at a truck stop over the road. First, let's go to the first day of the week, Monday, which was a totally perfect fine day. I did a jet fuel load and I preloaded for propane for the next day. And the next day, everything was supposed to be going perfect. Now, here is this. My usual jet fuel runs is to Charleston, South Carolina. And coming up Tuesday, I was supposed to do a Frontier Airlines jet fuel run to Charlotte. I come up to load, and I got no allocation, which means the customer has gallons, the supplier has gallons, but they are out of gallons to spare for the day, for you in particular. So what I ended up doing is calling dispatch, and dispatch said, sorry, we got no loads and and you cannot load for Charlotte. I'm like, really? Why? And come to find out, they keep trying to send me to Charlotte, even though they know that most likely there's no allocation. I can't load any gallons to Charlotte. And this is my second time already happening where they had to pull the load and get my regular run. But this time there is no regular run. We just drove 200 empty miles for nothing and I have to turn around. What ended up happening is my dad, who I work for, called the company and they finally found some kind of Charleston load, jet fuel load for me to do. I did that, and then I went on to do my preload. Well, to do my preload of propane for the next day for Wednesday that I was supposed to take care of, I didn't know that the whole pipeline at the terminal in Lexington, South Carolina was shut down. So I sat there, said low tank, low tank. Whenever you have low tank at the terminal, you cannot load your propane until that red light or the low tank light turns off, and then you can load. I sat there for 3 hours and nothing. 2 other drivers came, and same story, they couldn't load either. What happened, they was doing maintenance on the pipeline, and they cannot disclose any information about why they're doing maintenance, but that's what's the holdup. So I ended up sleeping in the truck stop trying to get loaded for the next day. And keep in mind, I exhausted my 16-hour clock to do that because it was a big day. I had a mess up on that Tuesday. Not only I couldn't load jet fuel for Charlotte, and by the time I had loaded for Charleston on my regular run, I came to find out my trailer Scully won't work. If you don't know what a Scully is basically a ground hookup to the trailer. At the same time, it's also connected to a system of probes that if you start overflowing fuel over the tanks, the pumps will automatically shut off, called probing out. And you never want to probe out, because if you do probe out, they'll lock you out. You won't be able to load there for probably a minimum of a day or more. But anyways, as Tuesday, I exhausted my whole day out, went to Lexington, quick trip truck stop, parked up there for the night, woke up just to find out there's no allocation, drove back empty back to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then next day I did a company truck transfer. I had to transfer a day cab from Spartanburg to North Augusta, which isn't my dad's or my truck. It's just a company favor we're doing. And so I don't know how much I'm getting paid for that. If nothing, it's just favor to favor because they did something for us in return, and we're doing something for them in return. But anyway, this truck, Peterbilt, that I'm currently at, was in the shop to get some torque arms replaced and some bushings on the right side of the tractor. Only found out Thursday evening that the truck is ready and the pipeline is back open. Today is Friday, which I'm currently recording, and I'm currently unloading, which I'm allowed to sit in the truck in either nice heating or AC, depending on the time of weather, and unload this propane and watch my gauges and watch the pipes, the loading arms, or the unloading pipes through my mirror to make sure nothing is going on wrong. And yes, we're allowed to sit in the truck and watch it, because some trucks, the company trucks, you have to push the gas pedal a tiny bit because they have an idle shut off, and for that reason, whenever you put in cruise to do the unloading process for your PTO, the company day cabs, you have to push the gas because it'll automatically shut off. This is my dad's truck. You don't have to do that. We don't have no idle shutoffs and no speed limiters on this truck as of yet. But I am currently upset that I wasted my 16-hour clock because this is Friday, and this is the Friday before Easter. This is Good Friday. It's busy. Where I had to load in Lexington, you have to drive through Columbia. It was just terrible. There was a semi-truck wreck that I had to go around, and then when I got back on the freeway, it was all backed up traffic, and coming back, I wasted a whole bunch of minutes to my first location. This is my first location. I have two locations to deliver to, and I got to load somewhere else to deliver to, okay? So that's why I'm a little worried, because I've wasted my 16-hour clock, which for local drivers, we're only allowed to use it once a week, and that's it. And I wasted it, so I might have to use personal conveyance, possibly, due to adverse driving conditions, which is traffic, which is illegal, just to make it home, because I'm very close and running out of time once I hit my second load to be downloading. This is trucking for you guys. Yes, I had to sleep at a truck stop as a local trucker and not be home for the night, which kind of sucks. These days do happen, so if you're doing trucking, keep in mind there'll be some bad weeks, but I'm just sharing the experience of that there is going to be some bad weeks, there's going to be some low money weeks. So not everything in trucking is always right. If you're an owner-operator, your low money weeks could be because of truck breakdowns. It could be negative money weeks, you know, all because trucks do break down. So in trucking, you got to stay positive in the game and always try to be on top. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 Turn light. Drive an attempt on the 6 Series.